Right. Hello, guys. Hello. Hi, this is Jamila. Hello. Hello. All right. Wow. I'm going to tell you something. You know how Martin Luther King had a dream? Well, guess what my dream is going to be? I have a dream that our narcissistic families will stop attacking us. I have a dream. Oh, goodness. Let me stop. So I've got readings coming up, and guys, right now I am doing my dishes. And when I am done with my dishes, I'm going to be doing some readings on, because many of you guys that watch me, you guys have narcissistic mothers, narcissistic fathers, you've got narcissistic family members, you've got plots against you. You've got ignorantes trying to sacrifice you. Stealing from you. A lot of y'all been having this go on for years. Oh, I know that I have been tired as hell lately. I don't know why, but I've got readings coming up. I wanted to start off the readings. I like to do like a little prelude to my readings. And I wanted to come and speak to you guys who have had your own family throw you under the bus. That's who I want to come and speak to. Now, I don't need to let me remind you that your family members and their sick, ridiculous plots against you have went against God. They have went against nature because of their own selfishness, because of their own selfish problems. They thought, or they think, okay, this is why some people probably shouldn't think too much. They think that it's nothing. They take everything for granted. They take everything for granted, okay? And they do the things that they do because they don't really know God. These people are very ungodly. And I want to speak to Black people for a second about some of the things that have went on in the Black community, which, I'm going to tell you something. Black people already face so many challenges in this world. They do. We already have enemies before we were born, especially in this country. The way this spirit looks at it, when your Black family does that to you, oh my God. Spirit in particular has a plan of sinistry for them. They gonna have some sinister stuff happen to them. I want to see what it is. I do. I want to see exactly what it is. You ever ask yourself why through so many people, in particular in the Black community, go through poverty. You gotta look at the Blacks. You have to look at Black people and what they actually do to each other. And this isn't just family. I think that if you are a Black person out there trying to fuck over another Black person, they got a specialized plan of attack for you. Okay? Just saying. But, you know, I think that when your family does it, I think that it is usually Spirit's first priority. Spirit does not respect these people. None of the deities respect these people. See, the problem was that your family decided that whatever it is that they didn't read in the Bible was okay. So if the Bible didn't warn against it, then that meant that their actions and their behavior was okay. And, you know, they knew better than to do a lot of the stuff that they were doing to you. So I'll probably do an all-in-one uni. Not a uni, but an all-in-one, you know, where I go through the different zodiac signs and I just line up the cards side by side. And so that's how I'm going to do readings that I'm going to put up, because I want to see what's going to happen to them. It gives me a great deal of satisfaction when people attack. There's really no reason for it. It's really no reason. They just want to sabotage you. Spiritual attacks, lies, slander, gossip, manipulation. So a lot of them, you know, when they're done with it, when they decide that they're done, then they think that they can just walk away. That's what Spirit wants to drive home to these people, that you can't just walk away. You can't. Spirit wants justice on these people. They do. A lot of times when it comes to revenge, it's usually Spirit that is trying to get that revenge. And Spirit will have it. It's called karma. They cannot avoid it. They want to avoid it so bad. But many of them didn't even say, I'm sorry, even though sorry ain't going to do nothing for them. Saying that they're sorry will do nothing for them. Just telling y'all what I know. When you take an action, shit, dang it. Did you know that we was out of trash bags? Yeah. Damn. It's oh Lord. A lot of your Black families, they've been reading that Bible and they have lost their damn mind. This is why I'm estranged from my own family, because they get to read that Bible, and that Bible, well, they can't put two and two together. There was actually a movie called Baby Blues. I think that's it's called Baby Blues. And in the movie, y'all gotta watch it. It's kind of graphic, okay? But in the movie, this lady just all of a sudden goes nuts and starts trying to kill all of her children. And in the movie, they show the lady right before she snaps, she's reading the Bible. Ain't that something? So she's sitting here reading this Bible, and her husband is a truck driver, He's like away all the time. I think, yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's called baby blues. There's a lot of spirits in that Bible, and you have to be, this is one of the reasons why they just didn't give out the Bible to people back in the day. You know, back during slavery, a lot of Black people wanted to read the Bible and they wouldn't let them. There was a reason why the Bible, it used to be where only the pastor had the Bible, because a lot of that stuff shouldn't be read by some people that are probably spiritually weak, or either can't really determine the spirits. They're not really in the what do they call that? Christians call it the Holy Spirit. They're not really in that Holy Spirit to even be able to read and comprehend what the heck that they're looking at. And it's just a big mess, you know. It's a big mess with these folks. Constantly up to no damn good. So we're going to look and see. I started off the readings for the karma readings, but we're going to be doing it differently. I was doing karma readings, but for some reason I couldn't finish it. And please believe that I am very well aware of also the energy harvesting that is going on this website by practitioners. Well, I wouldn't call you a practitioner. I would call you more of a leech or a slug. You're not a practitioner. You're not a spiritualist. You're not even a vampire. At least some vampires have some sort of dignity and self-respect. These people are more so parasites. I've been telling y'all that for the longest. So it's not just like, for me, the sad part about it is that I've got parasites on YouTube, but then also I have no family. So, you know, me and my mother, we are direct enemies for life, for the rest of our lives. And it's because she attacked my children. I'm not like her. I don't let people get away with attacking my children. And I'm not talking about just speaking words. No. She attacked my children in a sense where she was trying to have their mother killed. Okay, if you don't know anything about the story, there's people on YouTube that continuously try to feed off of the story, and then please believe that, you know, they're still doing things behind the scenes. But back when I moved here, I moved to Georgia in 2015, and they were calling people to my house. They were filing false police reports to get me killed. One of them filed a false police report stating that I had a gun. I don't own guns. I've never owned a gun in my life. I don't need one. I don't need a gun. But the person called the police and told them that there was a black woman, an armed black woman. And they gave them my address. This happened in 2016. The reason why I will never speak to any of my family members again is because, come to find out, family members have been talking to these people. You can even go and see them on their friends list and stuff. So these were people that was sent to try to do harm to me and my children. Then my mother was abusive to my daughters when they lived with her. She completely and totally traumatized my children for no reason. So, but there are also enemies on YouTube that do energy harvesting. They do. They do energy harvesting on here. For some reason, they think nobody can see them, and they think that they're moving in silence, but they're actually not. So that's happening a lot, which you'd have to ask yourself, why would somebody need to energy harvest anybody? Is it because they're not really human? Is it because they're not really human? Could you do a reading on my father? He married a prostitute from Asia who's younger than me. He's so abusive to her, her daughter, and me. I had to cut a lot of communication with him. Oh, yeah. You know what, Thea? What's your zodiac sign? Because I'm going to be live soon, and I'm going to be doing readings on that. Your father probably will come up because some of y'all, it's both of your parents, and then some of y'all, it's only one parent. But when you think about it, it's both of them. Because if one parent is doing any harm to their child, if one parent is doing any harm, the other one should be doing something about it. They shouldn't just be sitting there. So, that means that both are responsible. Okay, you're Aries, he's a Scorpio. Okay, yeah. We'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up. There's definitely help for you, especially if you are trying to get yourself out of poverty. I was telling y'all earlier the many, many scams that were done to try to bring me down. And I don't know why these people would think that they would ever get away with that or why it would work. But they do take, I will tell you that, the stuff that they do, we want to know what's going to happen to them. I would love to see everything that they did to you happen to them. Okay? And, they play dumb, but after a while, when they're being told the same thing over and over again, especially if you live with your mother and you're like, hey, mother, I feel something feeding off of me. Hey, something raped me last night. Hey, what's going on with this? They continue to play stupid. We can call them weak. We can call them cowards. But in reality, they're just bad parents here. Spirit has caught my mother every day trying to do stuff to me. Every single day, along with several other people that she sent. And they are willing to die for it. Well, let them die then. If that's what they're willing to die for, then let them die. If really their life wasn't worth much. I personally think that we're going to see a lot of death and destruction in their lives. I don't think anything should happen to the innocent people in their family, though. No. But I think that if anybody helped or enabled them, that they should get some kind of karma. So, okay, y'all, I have cleaned up my kitchen, but it wasn't that dirty. I didn't have that many dishes to load, but so I can tell you that if I ever missed out on any opportunities or lost business, it's going to come back to me. Throughout the years, I have been very, very lucky that hasn't happened, but I can imagine that, especially being that it took 3 years to get my business off the ground. Many of you guys, it shouldn't take you that long. So I wouldn't even tell you, oh, well, it should take you a long time. No, it shouldn't take that long. It's sad, but it's the truth. And they really, up until the moment of retribution, they honestly think that they're going to get away with it. They always do. I've been going through this for years with them. Yeah, well, you know what? Here's what I want to say. A lot of you guys that are not on YouTube, this is what I want to tell you. It's much easier for them to make it look like they won something, but in reality, they didn't. But, you know, the reason why I go through what I go through and the reason why it looks like I'm going through some kind of struggle is because I'm on YouTube. Many of you guys are not on YouTube. Many of you guys have regular jobs. You're just dealing with more of the internal stuff, you know, within your family. Those are things that can be handled very easily. Now, if they come to YouTube and they find a bunch of jackasses, a bunch of idiots, the people that help them know that they are complete idiots. Okay? They do. So, you know, but a lot of you guys that are just kind of, you know, just normal, regular people that are not on YouTube, a lot of you guys, you know, it's kind of wonderful. When you're on YouTube, they always have access to you. They're constantly watching. It's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. So, you know, but my situation seems a lot different, and they can make it look like, oh, she ain't doing nothing, she ain't did nothing. But I can tell you that for years, you know, and they even lied, like they like it just really irritates me. Like honestly, I'm thinking about calling the management company of this house so that they can tell y'all that this house is not a Section 8 house at all. Okay, I pay full rent here. I'm thinking about doing that because they lied through their damn teeth, all of them. All of them did. Right now, all of y'all think that I'm on Section 8 and I'm not. Right now, all of y'all think that I'm on Section 8 and I'm giving all my money to my pimp or something. I mean, they have done the fucking most. It's so annoying. It really is. Yeah, I've never had a pimp. I've never been a prostitute, just to let y'all know. That's been their story too, that I'm a prostitute. It's just so bizarre and weird and strange, you know? They've been texting me, harassing me. I put them in spam, and I looked in my spam folder, and you can see that they're still, I mean, they are going absolutely batshit crazy. I've been getting text messages from this psychotic person, and everybody that sees the psychoticness of the people that are doing it, and if they don't do anything, because some people will lose their mind. They'll get lost in the sauce. These people, that what they will do is they just refuse to give up. They just refuse to give up. That it's kind of ridiculous. So, you know, nobody should be enabling that kind of psychotic behavior. Okay, fine. You have an opinion of me. You don't like me, blah, blah, blah. Why are you still contacting me? Why do you contact me? It's kind of strange and bizarre. It really is. Oh, water. Water is good. So I'm going to get set up for the readings. I'll probably come back. Probably have to give me maybe about 30 minutes. And I'll be back with those readings. We know we're going to have a bunch of cross watchers watching. I'm doing pretty good. I am getting over something. I don't know what it is, but I have been extremely tired lately. Extremely. I have just been tired as hell. My energy picked back up. And they'll say, oh, why do you keep talking about it? Why do you keep talking about it? Why do you keep contacting me? Why do you keep sending stuff to me? Why do you keep trying to do weak ass spells on me? Why? And that ain't just your family members. For me, it ain't just my family. It's these ignorant people on YouTube. You know, yeah. So I will be back in a little bit. Just wanted to let you guys know that that was coming up. Try to do a little promo for it. But the readings are not just going to be for family members or either your mother. It can be for anybody. Some of you guys are under attack from, friends or ex-friends. It just depends on who's attacking you today. And you need to know who it is. Who is important. Who it is important. Crotch watchers, that's funny. Yeah, they have been harassing the hell out of me spiritually. I can tell you, I can see this one. She's so sick. She probably got cancer or something. She just tries to sit there and pull on my fucking energy all the time. I ain't gonna say who she is, but she is constantly trying to pull my energy. All kind of spirits coming through, these weird it's like, what the fuck? All day, every day. And I am a telepath. So I can hear this person and I can see them. And it's just all day, every day. All day, every day. It's like, what in the fuck? Why? And then the problem is that this person probably needs to be committed. Maybe if they were committed and didn't, you notice how when they commit people into asylums, they watch who they're contacting because those people can really be a problem for other people. These people do need to be in some kind of asylum so that they're not able to get on the damn internet. That's how they're doing it, because they have access to the internet. And people like that, I'm telling you, someday people like that are gonna they already almost fucked up the internet for all of us. Because the government and stuff, and people that are rich, they've been done had access to the internet. People think that the internet was always here. It wasn't. It wasn't. The internet wasn't always here. I remember when I was 12 or 13, that is when people first started getting PCs and laptops. Okay, I was alive during a time when rarely did you see a computer in somebody's house. So, and that's why they were talking about taking the internet away, because it's causing way too many problems. These people use the internet to commit evil to others, to their own family members, to their children, to their cousins, to their ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends, when they should be using it to expand their knowledge. They should not be using the internet for crap like that. Yeah, I remember dial up. Absolutely. I remember. I remember when you picked up the phone and if you had like a voicemail, it would go dun dun dun. I remember dial tones. Dial tones. Yeah. Sometimes I wish we could go back to that, which a lot of people do still have dial up. It's very rare. It's usually VoIP, which is voice over internet protocol. So, yeah, I think that especially if you're an African American mother and you're trying to make things harder on your kid at any stage of their life, you know that there was recently a baby that died from veganism. The mother was a vegan. She was black too. It was weird because usually it was weird, man. It's, and I think that spirit is particularly harsh on black people doing that to other black people because life is already difficult for black people. Why would you try to make it harder for them? Why would you try to make life harder on somebody when we already face so many challenges in our society? And then, especially if you are somebody's mother, just to think about that, that's crazy. And if you guys don't know what my mother did, my mother told a bunch of lies on me, but the main lie that she told was that I am on drugs, and I'm not. That was the main lie that she told on me. The truth of the matter is that both her and my father was on drugs. She didn't know I knew about her drug habit, but both of them are on drugs. I never touched the stuff except for marijuana. That's what's so sad about the situation. And like I said, she didn't just do this in our old neighborhood. She came to YouTube to do this. And the reason why I keep talking about it, because they like, why is she talking about it? That was a long time ago because spirit wants justice. Spirits are mad as hell about it. They mad, they're upset. And it ain't just me. I don't have no. See, here's the thing. All of my like when I come to y'all and I speak, all of my ancestors, all of my protectors, all of my angels are constantly around me. So I feel very warm and safe. I feel very warm and safe and taken care of. My spirits are going to kick a mud hole in whoever did that. And then not only that, what's weird is that I believe that they have been doing some other stuff that they about to get got for. She definitely did project. I don't even know what the fuck she did it for. Like, I still, if I were to ask her why, she would not be able to give a good enough excuse. What happened, I believe that what happened was, though, is that she got upset when I went public with a lot of the things that I knew that they were doing behind my back. And then also with me being uh, raped at her house. That's the one reason I believe why she did it. And so I never said that people in my family raped me. I never said that. I just said that during the time that I was living in her house, somebody was sexually violating me while I was asleep. And, she she went to war with me because it was the truth. Evidently what I was saying was the truth. Me and my son were talking earlier about how when I went to go visit her right after she had her breast removal, and a few people felt that it was her, that she went out there and vandalized my car. We were planning on leaving. I should have only been at her house for like a week. I just went to visit. That's why I've never went back to visit her since after I moved to Kansas. I was living in Kansas at the time. And do y'all know that I went outside probably about a day, but like the day before we were supposed to be moving or leaving, not moving, leaving to go back home. Somebody had got in my car and ripped apart my entire steering column. I mean, they just yanked everything, just tried to make it impossible for me to leave. And I actually talked about it on YouTube, but it was on my old channel. So it was kind of good that that channel had gotten falsely flagged down. They had falsely flagged it. It was very good that that had happened because a lot of that channel was evidence against them. All of when I had gotten, so basically what had happened was that the car got vandalized. They had literally ripped the entire steering column up, like the car was not drivable. So of course I had full coverage insurance on my van. It was a van. It was a blue van. And do you know that I was at her house for an extra 3 to 4 weeks trying to get the insurance to pay off on it? The insurance didn't want to pay for all of the work that needed to be done. So I was only there longer because I had to actually fight with the insurance company. I had to send them legal letters every single day. Okay. I didn't have an attorney, but I just kept sending them letters every single day. And eventually they paid it off. It took 3 or 4 weeks for them to pay it off. But yet she claims all these years that she was so concerned about the kids and their schooling. This was during school time that she had this surgery. She didn't give a damn that my children missed school for 3 or 4 weeks when she vandalized my car. That's how you know she. And you know what's crazy is that the only reason why anybody believes a damn word that she said was because she paid them. She paid people to believe in her, is what I think. I think that she bribed them because they were narcissistic mothers. I think mine is more like a sociopath, though. That's sociopathic. They will use bribery. So we were actually talking about that earlier. And when I had went live and talked about it happening on YouTube, it was a bunch of people saying it was your family. It was an inside job. They were right. It was. So that's why I've never went back to Kansas City to visit. I have not been back since that time. That was in 2013. Yeah, it was in 2013. What's the odds of something like that happening to me? What's the odds of me being stalked and harassed and having all these rumors spread around me? Literally one in a million. One in a freaking million. Like, have y'all ever stopped to think, my God, what the hell is up with all the controversy around this woman? I know people had said it because it's not normal. In fact, I'm gonna look it up. It's like this literally would only happen to one in a million people. It's crazy. Like my mind and my body and my spirit is still trying to heal from it. because they have not stopped. When they stop, it'll stop. When they stop, I'll stop. They still got people doing videos about me. They're still trying to make money off of not me, but some fictional character that they made up and put my face on it and my name. I never hung with thugs. I never thought that I hung with people like that. So it just made no sense at all. All of it is coming from my mother and my father, but mainly my mother. So y'all got to watch them, man. And you know what? If y'all seeing signs, I swear to God, y'all going to come back to me in about 10 years. I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still be alive. I'm going to still be well. Y'all going to come back and y'all going to say, Jamila, you was right. And I'm not doing that to you. Like I wouldn't have no power and control over that. It's just that when they get older, the older they get, the worse it gets. So a lot of people, when you're, when you're in your teens and 20s, you think, okay, this person has done horrible things to me. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Rarely, and I'm talking about rarely, does it ever get better. It gets worse the older you get. You think that the older you get, when you get in your 30s, you're like, well, damn, I'm 30 something. Why is this person still hounding me? Damn, I'm 35. Damn, I'm 37. Damn, I'm 40. It never stops. They just get worse. Okay, and I'm just telling you. And a lot of y'all, this is how the generational hex happens, because what they'll do is they'll do something disgusting to you. And of course, if they stalking you at work and stalking you at your job, of course, that's going to directly affect your children. It's going to slow them down. It's going to stop them from having certain things. And they don't care. They don't care about your children, especially if you have children. That's why they work on turning the children against you. If they can't turn the children against you, then their attacks will turn on the children. And I'm going to be honest with you. You'd have to be a person that is extremely ignorant to even be afraid of them. Because calling CPS and filing false reports is the poor man's way of thinking that you got some kind of power over somebody. And y'all have to have protection, because that's just like with Ma'Khia Bryant. That's just like with a lot of people. Man, you'd be surprised at how a lot of them will do things to you, and they will use the police. They will use them. And see, the police have to be smarter than that, and they are. I've spoke to many, many police officers the past several years, and well, first of all, I've had police show up that were sort of aggressive at first, but then as soon as I open my door, and you can just see my spirits just wash over them and say, hey, okay, this woman is innocent. This woman is a good person. This woman is not a threat. It can be very scary. You can't be scared. And if you've got a close relationship with your spirits, then everything will be okay. Because what they really banking on is for you to have some kind of heart attack or stroke. I have been sensing for the past 2 to 3 weeks that some jackass has been trying to do work on my heart chakra. It ain't gonna never work. And in fact, that person needs to be careful. This person, it's so bizarre and weird. And spiritually, spirits will let me know what's going on. They're not gonna let nothing happen to me, but they're gonna let me know what's going on. Okay. And I don't respect somebody that turns their back on their family, man. I have been, you turn your back on your family, you might as well consider yourself to be a zombie. You might as well consider yourself to already be dead, because you should not do that. You should not bother your family. If your family member moves away, you should not be bothering them. If your family member goes out into the world and you see opportunities coming to them, you should not be trying to shut down those opportunities, because you're going to end up getting shut down. That is disgusting. Spirits hate that, because you are supposed to be that person's family. So they thought, well, we're going to get these other people to do it, but spirit knows that you did it. And those other people too that are aware, that's why they cover up their ears. They go, la, 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 la. I'm not listening. I'm going to pretend to be ignorant. No, you know what's going on, and you're still doing it. So you are not ignorant. You are not foolish. You know exactly what's going on. You have been told. And that's why you have to stop. So a lot of people have been predicting that certain practitioners that do this death magic on people, that shit gonna turn back on them so damn fast. If if you did it in the past, I'm talking about where you're actually doing spells and rituals to try to kill somebody. And I can tell you some of the symptoms that your spirits are protecting you. A lot of the symptoms of being protected is anxiety. Believe it or not, anxiety seems horrible, but anxiety is actually our friends. I'm about to tell y'all something. Spiritually, if energy is coming towards you, your body and your spirit has to let you know in some kind of way. Now, a lot of times anxiety is also downloads and then things coming towards you like money, like healing energy. But when your body tells you, I am in danger, and they're throwing stuff at you, anxiety is your friend. Another one is when you get extremely tired, and what that does is that puts you almost in like a spiritual coma, so that they can't keep sending shit to you. It shuts you down. Okay. So a lot of times, a lot of y'all that be getting tired, you feel drained. Okay. A lot of y'all got to understand that it's a lot of things that are coming in through spirit. And if you don't want to accept what I say to you, then that's fine. But, like I said, these people, I can sense certain people trying to do work on me every single day. Yeah. Yeah. It'll make you very tired. You'll kind of get dizzy. And spirit will tell you, just go ahead and rest and lay down. Okay, now a lot of us have children to take care of. These people have done nothing. And I'll tell you when they stop. They've been at it nonstop constantly since last August. Every day. It got worse. It got worse last year in August. Are they justified in it? No, they're not. They shouldn't be trespassing on nobody. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go because I want to let my phone charge up, and then we'll do an all-in-one uni, and we'll go through like the different zodiac signs of what karma they're going to get, what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen to them, because something has to happen. Now, first of all, let me just tell y'all this. When you get up in the morning, the first thing that you should be thinking about is, I don't know, drinking water, using the bathroom, taking a shower, manifesting whatever you want, doing your affirmations. These people wake up in the morning, they don't even get out of bed, and they're on the horn talking about you. They're plotting. They're trying to figure out what they can do to you on a daily basis. So let me tell you what spirit thinks of that. Let me tell you what God thinks of that. God says, wow, I gave you a healthy body and you used it to try to do harm to somebody else. It's an insult. It's an insult to Mother Earth. It's an insult to God. So for these people to actually waste their energy every single day doing something to somebody else that is unjustified, it'd be different if somebody's done something to you. You know, them speaking the truth about you is not doing something. That's just them speaking the truth. If that person has not done anything to you, they didn't attempt to harm you in any way. They couldn't possibly harm you. These people, spirit is looking at these people like they're crazy. And yeah, they would love to be in their delusion that everything is okay, but it is not. It's not okay. Okay? It's not. I don't care where they go. They can go to Cuba. They can go to they can go to Louisiana. Okay? They can go to Africa. They can go to Thailand. They can go to any of these spiritualists on YouTube, but ain't none of them touching me. And if you under my protection, ain't none of them touching you either. Can't nobody touch me. Okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care if you go to the most ruthless, most baneful practitioner. They ain't messing with me. And see what the practitioner is going to do is see practitioners. If you call and lie to a practitioner, let me tell you what spirit will do. Spirit will protect the practitioner. So the practitioners really are kind of protected from the negative karma. Now, unless they know the truth. Okay. Now, some of these practitioners is just like, look, I'm going to do some baneful magic on somebody. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing that anyway, but that's something that's a lesson that they have to learn within themselves. But, you know, and I'm going to do these readings. And then I haven't watched Netflix in a while. I would really like to watch Netflix tonight because with this full moon closing out and now the moon is waning, we can move on to another chapter. Like, honestly, like nobody should ever stay in a spiritual war for months and months and months. That is not good for a person. So and now at this point, we have to get rest and we have to have trust and we have to put them in the hands of God. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to definitely come back um, in a few minutes. So I'll be here because a lot of you guys need that for comfort because they did so many things that were so unfair. They lied on you to the capacity and they never told the truth. That's so unfair when you think about it. And many of you guys are hurt because of that. And y'all will even ask God, why have you forsaken me? Y'all will act like why? And so a lot, what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to understand that you have your own earth. Okay. We are collided. It's like a universe, but you have your own earth, right? And so what spirit wants you to know is that you can't give up and say, oh, the world is bad. No, it's not. There's a lot of people that say, oh, this world is shit. It's this and that. And you see what's on the news. Listen, you have to understand the tricks that have been used on us. Okay. So you can't give up because you know what? When you're gone, your children have to still be here. So what people will do is they'll say, okay, I'll take my kid with me. No, 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 no. You listen, that is the trick. When you think, oh, I've got to take my kid out and then we're both going to be dead and in heaven and nobody will be able to bother us. That's when you've truly lost the battle with that negative spirit. Because y'all see it all the time. People will lose their mind and they'll go, oh, I've got to, I'm too good for this world. I'm going to kill myself listen, spirits can be very, very tricky. They can trick you. Yeah. So y'all just be careful, man. Keep that hope alive in your heart, man. And I want to do some healing meditation because whenever I do any kind of meditations, I can project that energy out to y'all. Um, you know, and so that within itself is very powerful because I can just feel a lot of people in the world that are just don't ever give up. Don't ever get up because those people that chose to mess you over and take a bad road in life are those people that did you dirty. It's not that we want them to die, but I think it goes without saying when you are trying to do spiritual work to dry up people's businesses or to kill them, you know, you you know what I'm saying? And so that's what because spirit has had me doing money work every day. I've been doing money work every single day because these people, the strives that you take forward, they want to pull you back. The strives that you take upward, they want to pull you down. They want to pull you down. So we have to do. I remember I was telling y'all that I keep those black candles going. You got to keep money work going too. You can't stop. You got to keep it going because what they're trying to do is dry everything up. Hey, Miss Desire Independence. Hello. Yeah, they trying to mess you up. And see, also another thing is that you notice how like your health is connected to your wealth. So if you're not feeling well, especially if you are a practitioner, or if you're somebody that's running your own business, that means that somebody done put something on you. Okay, once you reverse that, or either you got to pull in more or either transmute it. A lot of that energy is not transmutable, though. What can you do with that energy? You can't really do much with it anymore. You can't. My ex mother in law kept calling CPS on me. Hold on. Kept calling CPS on me, and finally, CPS told her they were going to help me file on her for harassing me. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times when people think they have gotten away with something, I believe that the people that have falsely called CPS, I believe that stuff gonna come back on folks. That stuff gonna come back on them for doing those false calls. They think that they got away with it, but what they don't realize is that every phone number that you call, everything that you do is being like they can trace it. You can always be traced. It can always be traced. It's so sad. It's so very sad when they do stuff like that. And what they meant, what they wanted to do, it was a direct attack on your kids. If somebody files a false CPS report against you, they are doing it because they're angry at you, and they are doing it with the hopes that your babies will be snatched from you. They are hoping that. There has been many cases of false reports, and for some reason, the energy follows these children. These children get killed in foster care. So, I can't even lie. Initially, it was very scary, but spirit more than reassured me. I'm telling you. And you know, the stuff that they're doing, you know, I've seen it make people lose their minds. I've seen it. I've seen it, guys. I have. That's why it's so important for you to take care of yourself spiritually, because they're working on your internal energy as well as your external energy. That's a direct hit on your child. I'd be mad as fuck. Tell you something. You can't go crazy and do nothing to them, no, man. You know, a lot of people, they love to take some street justice out on them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep your hands clean. Don't take no street justice out on them people. They ain't worth it. What's worth it is your life and your family. Being able to wake up every day and, you know, whether or not your children have moved out of the home, being able to wake up every single day and your children call you and go, Mom, I was thinking about you. I was trying to call you. Mom. You know, that is what is worth it. That is what is worth it. Nothing in this world, nothing in this world is worth, you know what I'm saying, what they're doing. Nothing is. And they have, and guys, please keep in mind that they possess people, that they've been able to possess people. Keep that in mind. Know the difference. A lot of y'all will walk away from people in your life and you don't have to keep doing that. If you gonna walk away from people, you're gonna walk away from every damn body, because they're gonna try to make sure that they eliminate everybody from your life. Just let y'all know. I'm eating honey, y'all. It really helps my allergies. So if y'all hear me munching on something, I'm eating some honey. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.